You know, I never realized it before, but that's an image of a hard disk on the loading screen. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. In the last episode, we defeated a group of ironheads and some lunatics, looking for some better armor to help us with what would be up ahead. We arguably found some better armor, more mechanical resistance, and less armor penalty, giving us some more movement points. But not quite as good as I was hoping for. We crafted ourselves a Tichrome spear, having found some Tichrome on Oscar, one of the merchants in Core City. And then we came over here to the cave system, where we have opened up the battery plant. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it was sealed off from us, thanks to all the crazy power fluctuations and electrical currents running through all of these ground vents. Off screen, we used a bot, this one here, to circumvent this by interacting with various power boxes until we can get to this far and deactivate the electrical grid, which now allows us access to this area since the power's off. And somewhere in here, we're looking for a blueprint, if any such exists, so we can bring it back to Southgate Station. Oh, hold on one second. Bring it back to Southgate Station so that we don't have to worry about power fluctuations there any longer if the power goes out thanks to earthquakes or what have you. I don't think there's any in this locker, though. There is not. What do we have? Someone's soul, energy converter, shield modulator. Shield bits seem to be in here. Guess it's too much to ask that we can find batteries inside a battery plant. Let's check the desk. Ooh, what is this? The optoelectric nuclear battery blueprint. This blueprint contains information on how to revive dead optoelectric nuclear batteries. I better hold on to it. It could prove useful. That's what we need to turn in. It's not, however, how to construct new ones, but hopefully it will still work out for Harold. Ooh, kind of an empty place today. A shield capacitor. Worth taking because it doesn't weigh. It weighs less than a pound. We can vendor it for something. A crate. Has this always been here? This crate? I wonder. Oh my goodness! There are batteries inside the battery plant. 3 fusion cells. Now we could go back to Southgate Station with this, but I think we will keep moving towards Camp Hathor. We're out of food, so let's eat something. We'll have some pork chips. I saw those remains. Camp Hathor will sometimes buy skins, so even though it's garbage, we'll still take the rat hound leather, and hopefully we'll be able to sell it there. And we'll clear out the rest of this room. We got the meat. Oh no! That was an accidental charge. Rat hounds. Not a match for the spear we're using. You know, maybe we should do a small summary review of our characters so far. Ooh, good critical hit there, Tim. I can say that like that because my character's name is Tim. Not bad. I can get a bunch of these body parts. A whole lot of body parts. How are we doing on weight? Okay, we're okay. Let's get the rest of the fog of war done, and then we can talk about our character for a little bit. So overall, he is slowly coming into his own. Where the melee that we're using is not incredibly reliable against targets that we need to kill. we're relying on our psionic powers to deal with lunatics, ironheads, and what have you. Only if I don't feel like I'm too threatened do I use these weapons against those targets. It's really, at the moment, for clearing out enemies that I don't want to use psionic powers on, like rat hounds. We don't need to use psionics against them to kill them. We can use our dagger or indoor spear. Our psionics is working out for us, although it requires a little more work than it normally would because of our stat spread. But we are heavily investing into the skills as we level up, which is making up for it, I think. Plus, pre-med's powerful. So, it's working, as you can see. We are dying occasionally, although I would like to think that that's mostly because of misplays on my part, rather than the character build not working out for us. We are having to zone the lunatics whenever we find them in groups. But, I mean, I do that with every character. The lunatics are extremely dangerous because they're psionicists, and psionics is still extremely strong, I feel, in Underrail. Despite the change, most of the abilities do not miss. Alright, we don't need to do a review on psionics. Alright, I don't need to. Alright, so what are we doing, Tim? Was that for your review on your character? I mean, the stat spread feels good. Once some of these hit 8, it'll feel even better because we'll unlock some more feats, which will help us out. I'm looking forward to Uncanny Dodge, which will let me stop putting points into the dodge ability. And Intelligence 8 will let me take a psionic feat, which reduces the cost of having different types of schools slotted in your head. We reduce the penalty by 10%, which means that we can slot 2 different types of schools, which is exactly what I want to do because we have two psionic schools. Temporal Manipulation and Metathermics. Mechanics is working out for us because we can craft some decent spears at the moment as well. Lockpicking and pickpocketing are useful for us as well, although we definitely should have been playing on oddity mode with pickpocketing. We would have been level 14, I think, by now. And our feats are all decent. Escape artists have saved our life numerous times. Exposed weakness will be more useful as we level up and we craft some amazing spears. Once we complete the Foundry Quest series, is when that will be proved to be extremely useful. Because we'll be able to craft like a level 20 spear or so, I think, without needing the workbenches. And the damage that will do will be quite good. I don't think I've ever been able to pickpocket this guy. He moves too quickly from place to place. He has 15 Charons on him, but I can't get it unless I hit A. Whoa, whoa, oh! Okay, we gotta reload. Accidentally clicked on a mushroom. There is no reason to get all of Camp Hathor angry at me for stealing their food source, or one of them. I guess they flavor the creatures that sometimes they kill with mushrooms. That sounds delicious, actually. I should pick up mushrooms. Oh, well. No, I can't really have them thanks to my... Well, no, Tim, if you cook them, it's fine. Cook them, put them in the freezer. Then just wait until your white blood cell count is back to normal. We did not make it to him in time. Did not. I don't think we did here either. I want those 15 Charons he's got. Alright, nice. First time I've ever been able to pickpocket Bill. Pity Dragon Drop never gets towed to Isaac's River. Could use a good cocktail. That's a place that sells some incredibly expensive food items, but they can be very powerful depending upon what your build is. I don't think there's a repair kit. Now, we don't want to click on mushrooms. Goodness gracious. Let's zoom out. Maybe then I can avoid clicking on them. I don't think you guys will mind, but I've considered doing fishing. And if I'm going to do fishing in this game, I'm going to do it off screen. This way you guys don't ever have to worry, have to watch me do it. Okay, that's all I care to click on when it comes to getting in trouble. So bored. Oh man, I'm sorry. That sucks. That sucks. Have some skins that are being stretched by a fire I see to dry them out. We're allowed in here. This looks like a barracks. Space looks like there's a guard here. We have bunk beds and footlockers. Bloody burrowers. Don't cause any trouble, stranger. And we'll get along just fine. He's eating a siphoner tongue. Extra healing. Visitor merchants. I'm sure you can find something interesting. I'm sure you can find something interesting in your pockets. Like non-Stygian coins. Oh, what is it he's stealing, by the way, on the image of pickpocket? Some sort of... Is it a coin? I don't think so. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It doesn't matter in the end. Damn burrowers. How many do we have to kill before they stop coming? My god, everyone's running. Oh, okay, I had... What... Oh no, okay, well, everyone saw that, Tim. Minus used to be the is the hotkey for screenshot on Fraps when I use it, but I'm using OBS. I was slightly confused and thought that actually started and stopped my recording. No, it doesn't do that. Well, everyone's still kind of running around really quickly. I guess everyone's just in a rush, including us. Only the best hunters in Camp Hathor can hunt crawlers. Them creatures are wall hangers. It's tough. No! He ran away. Alright, let's talk with Fred. Then, man before you wears a simple shirt on his body and a simple smile on his face. Nothing strikes you as out of the ordinary on him except perhaps for his bushy arm hair, which looks like it was transplanted from a large rat hound. Hello, traveler. Welcome to Camp Hathor. My name is Fred, and I've got medical supplies for sale. Is this something you need? What can you tell me about Camp Hathor? Well, Camp Hathor is a hunting camp, you dig? We hunt all sorts of animals around these caves and export large amounts of meat to stations and other settlements. From Southgate Station to Foundry to Core City. The dormant caves just across the river are amazingly rich in animal life, you dig? So rich you can shoot a bolt from here and are likely to hear something squeal in pain. Let's look around here. I'm sure you'll see we mean business. I want to see what you have for sale. So Fred here sells medical supplies. He is selling entropic recurrence. This could prove useful to us. Use the psionic... hold on. This device can be used to automatically teach yourself entropic recurrence psi ability. Oh, I know that already. So let's take it. Yeah. So our sponge filters, which actually doesn't really nothing for us in terms of money. Oh God, that's 267, but I still want it. Let's do the trade. We'll go ahead and use it. Entropic recurrence makes it so that whatever was the last thing that damaged the enemy. Oh, actually, we can look it up, can't we? We can look it up. Repeats 160% of the last unit of damage taken by the target over 4 turns. This damage ignores shields and resistances. In cases when the original damage was very slight, the recurrence may actually empower it. So if we blast something with a pyrokinesis and we do 40 damage to it, this will do, what is that? I should have chosen a different number. Something like about 53 damage to it over 4 turns. And I would like to actually slot it. And we're going to drop pyrokinesis, finally. Alright. You just have to remember that it's the last thing you hit it with is what it will repeat. Once it's started to repeat that damage, you can hit it with other things and it won't repeat that. I don't think it repeats the other last damage that was like something new that was done to it. Fred? Another Fred. The man before you seems to be busy working on a piece of cave hopper hide, just about finishing removing the final pieces of flesh from the skin. He notices you and gestures for you to wait for a second as he rolls the skin and places it in a container full of some liquid. After wiping his hands clean, he focuses his attention to you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Had to finish that one, mate. Name's Fred. I mostly got hunting equipment and leather. But I also have a couple of interesting things in store if you're interested in taking a look. Yeah, let me see your wares. He is buying leathers. He's buying 5. 2, 4. And he is selling. Let's see what he's selling. Anything interesting? Anything interesting that I want to purchase? Not particularly. Bolts. I see no glue. Oh, he is selling a patching kit. Let's buy one of those. Can repair our armor just a tad. Hey, Fred. What can you tell me about Camp Hathor? His eyes light up like a pair of torches. Ah, you asked the right man, mate. What can't I tell you about Camp Hathor is the right question here. I've been around for a long time, and I can tell you many stories about this here beautiful haunted camp. Let's see. Let's begin. Ah, yeah. Many years ago, an expedition came from the west, led by a man called Isaac Hathor. You know, later known as Hathor the Coalbringer. As they were making their way here, they ran into deadly beasts of different kinds. Burrowers, crawlers, even tunnelers. And then as they bravely fought their way through, they found this place. And with that, they discovered the richest coal deposits they had ever seen. So Camp Hathor was constructed by his holy hands, black from all the coal. What have I got myself into? He won't stop talking. I'll take a short standing nap. You snap out of your vertical slumber to hear Fred yelling. And so Jezebel told him, "These people need you, Isaac." But Isaac knew something she ain't. Didn't. He knew the secret of the mine. Knew about the hidden knowledge one could unlock just by touching the mysterious crystals. They summoned him, and so he went into the darkness, never to be seen again. Is it over yet? I have to go somewhere else and do some stuff. No, mate, this is just the very first part of the story. Yeah, you still need to hear about the closing of the mine and how this became a hunting camp. Now, where was I? Your eyelids feel heavy. And now, this is the hunting camp. The end. Interesting, huh? I came to Hathor some years after the mine was closed, but you know, I feel like I was born here. I can see that. I have something else to ask you. Go ahead. Let me see your wares. So, just double checking really quick. There is nothing here I want. Okay. Freddy. You see a skinny man. I'm Freddy. I sell food. Can you tell me anything interesting about this place? He shakes his head. Nope. Let me see what you're selling. Oh, pickled mine shrooms. Increases the critical damage bonus by 40%. We don't have Psymania, I think is what it's called, which gives us a guaranteed critical hit, which this could prove to be really useful with, so we'll skip. He is selling a few fish that we would normally have to fish up, so I'm going to buy these off of him. There we go. And I can now bring these with me over to Junkyard and get credit for these from Geezer Ford. There it is. Wow, good for me remembering his name. Let's grab a burrower burger while I'm here. Alright, let's keep searching Camp Hathor. Popsy! More guards. What are the guards guarding? Sorry, no one goes through these doors. Talk to Porter Edgar if you got any questions. And we'll find those people and ask them what's going on here. Bloody burrowers. Well, we can see dead burrowers here. At least 2 large ones and 1 small one, and lots of ichor around. Coal train is garden or on his boat. Looks like he's getting ready to move out. I like that some of these guards have spears as well, if you have the Black Sea DLC. Now, a heads up, I never walk down here to see the interaction between Beck and Serene, because I like going into Serene's home and looting it. So we're going to do that really quick. There's usually 50 Charons in this locker. And no one's going to mind if we take them. 50 Stygian coins. Mr. Coltrane, what do you have on you? Morphine. And an adrenaline shot. We'll take the adrenaline shot and the 8 Charons off of him. Here we value strength and courage. River is good for drowning worms. Looks like they're carving up meat to be sending it to other places. Michael's working on a side beetle. Oh, he's got a burrower burger in his pocket. We'll take that. And what does Celine have? 6 coins. And we can't reach Jedediah. Jedediah. He gets to not be searched. Train schedule. Tea Dragon Drop never gets to Toad to Isaac's River. Could use a good cocktail. I think they've tweaked some of the drinks you can buy from there, because some of them were just too powerful. Stygian coins. And we'll take another normal health hypo. There's another warp point right here, by the way, for later on in the game when we do the Dude's quest. Edgar and Boyd. The man sitting behind his desk nods at your approach. It seems that you interrupted him while he was cleaning his pistol, so he assembles it with a few swift motions and puts it in his desk before focusing on you. He stands up and crosses his arms, making himself appear bigger, although even without the pose, his wide shoulders alone already convey an identical message. A glance later, he speaks to you. Greetings, traveler. Edgar Garnham's the name, and I'm the leader of Camp Hathor. We're in a bit of an emergency, so state your business quickly. Big Brett from Southgate Station told me to come here and see what's happening with you guys. He said they've lost contact with Camp Hathor after the earthquake. Ah, good old Brett. The earthquake caused nothing more than a bit of panic and a problem or two, one of which is with our communications equipment. We'll get that fixed in no time. Now, we've got a bug-related emergency, which ain't going to be so easy to handle. Oh, sorry. Now we've got a bug-related emergency, which ain't going to be so easy to handle. Bug-related emergency. I ain't sure if you'd noticed a pile of dead bugs at the North Gate, but we've had those things coming out of the mine and converging on our camp. It started right after the earthquake, so I presume some wall there must have collapsed and made an opening for them to come through. Mine? Yeah, Hathor coal mine. This camp used to house miners that worked there. It was a pretty big mine, not foundry big though, but the business was lucrative. Unfortunately, the miners dug into an underground river. The mine was mostly flooded and was abandoned consequently. Luckily, the vicinity of this camp turned out to be rich in animal life. Those who didn't want to leave after flooding stayed here and began hunting, and eventually started exporting meat to nearby settlements and stations. You guys seem well armed. How come you can't deal with a few burrowers? A few? When those things emerged for the first time, there were so many of them, we had trouble even counting them all. All we could do was stand behind the gate and gun them bugs down as they approached. Later, we sent some men to scout out the mine, but none returned. I reckon the bugs still greatly outnumber us. For the time being, I'm not risking any more men. We'll defend, and later, when their numbers diminish, we'll see what we can do. I'm willing to go in there and take care of your problem, but my services cost. I like your confidence, even though I cannot see what you can possibly do that we are unable to. I guess material gain gives men strength. I'll tell the guards to let you pass. As far as your reward is concerned, come see me if the job is done. It's a deal. Good luck. Well, let's see first off if we have anything that would help us in there. And you have a key, but we don't be able to use it because we don't have any stinking? We don't have any stealthing. 7 Stygian coins. I swear, I do not have chemo brain. Let's search Boyd. Oh, I like the radiator that's in this room. He's armed with that new grenade launcher. We'll take 5 coins off of him. I'm quite busy, so please, if you need something, talk to Edgar. Thank you. Okay, let's go to... This is a bit tricky. I want to clear my inventory so we can hold more stuff before we explore that mine. So let's talk to Captain Coltrane. We'll go to Junkyard first, and we'll get some credit for Geezer Ford for some of these fish. I guess we're going to do that quest after all. You come up to a rangy-looking ferryman loading some boxes in what is presumably his own ferry. He wipes the sweat from his forehead with the back of his hand and smiles, all while rubbing that same sweat onto the back of his pants. He addresses you in a raspy baritone voice. Greetings, laddie. I be Captain Coltrane, and I got lots of interesting tales to tell those who sail with me. Aye, for I'd seen things ye wouldn't believe. I need to get to Core City. Aye, it'll cost you 30 coins. Wow, changed my mind. Blimey. Let me pull my leg, laddie. How about Junkyard? Arr, that's gonna cost you 20 stitching coins. Here you go. Now, matey, let me tell you a story about the nastiest, foulest grog I ever tasted in my life. Yar. It be 17 weeks ago, in a crummy bar in a settlement overlooking the dark waters of North Underrail. It all began with a drunk protectorate soldier approached me and said, "Ahoy, matey, how ye be doing?" All right. Been a while since we've been here, and our pickpocket is a little better. I just want to quickly see what we can take from these guys this time, if anything. We'll take 2 health hypos. Actually, what does a Merchant Colton have on him? I have yet to make up my mind if I will be eliminating the black eels from the game. I've always wanted to wipe them out. It's not very thematic, though, or rather, that's what I'm looking for this. It doesn't seem like something Tim would do. Oh, we can take Grover's head from him if we wanted to. If I am going to wipe them out, I want all their health hypos. This way they can't heal themselves in combat. So we're gonna be taking all of them. But that's it. You guys don't need to watch me do all of that pickpocketing. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is... Oh, well, while we're here, we should check Kareem's. Because he might have other fish. What can I get you, Jack? Let's see. He has an angler. I'm going to buy the other pentapus. I think we're good at everything else. I should be buying the eels, actually, because technically, I don't have to fish at this game in order to... So, what's going through my head is biology. Biology is something we'll be taking at level 26, but it doesn't hurt to begin stocking up on the ingredients I'm going to want now. The eels, the blue eels, can be used to make jumping beans, if I recall correctly, which is a decent drug to have. And if I buy them, I mean, we can just buy them from all the merchants now and just store them, and later on convert them into the ingredients I need to create those drugs. That's why I want to hold on to these fish. You come up to an old well, actually we're doing this for this quest. You come up to an old fisherman, wearing an old jacket and rubber boots. This simply clothed man watches his rod with great focus and pays no attention to you. Greetings, old man. The man silences you with a swift gesture of his hand, for his prey is about to bite. The float disappears under the surface and the rod bends downward. The fisherman grasps it tightly, yanking the rod as if he was expecting to pull up a sunken ferry out of the depths. Soon enough, a small, light bluish eel flies through the air and ends its journey in the man's raw-boned hand. Disappointed, he unhooks the fish with a single motion and gently releases it back into the water, in which it happily disappears. One of the two men standing nearby begins laughing, but immediately stops before his and the old fisherman's stares meet, instead shifting his view to his own rather steady float. The old geezer then resets the rod, and his few steps back and forth reveal a limp in his left leg. He then turns to you. Who the hell are you? Why'd you let it back in the water? He turns the left side of his head towards you and leans closer, mouth wide open. Didn't catch that. Could you speak up? I said, why'd you release it back into the water? What, the eel? I ain't gonna eat a tiny eel. It's too small to feed a cat. Nah, you let them live and grow. Then you catch them when you eat them. Or sell them. Whatever. I see. Can I ask you a few questions? What questions? About fishing. Takes a look at the motionless float. The water ain't good right now. I suppose I could spare a few moments. Very good. I'm Tim, by the way. Geezer Ford. That's what the folks around here call me, but for you, it's Mr. Ford. Got it, Mr. Ford. Yeah. Go ahead now. Ask your questions. Where'd you get that limp? That ain't a fishing-related question. It is if you got it while you're fishing. Ah. Gotcha. But it ain't due to no fishing. My one leg is shorter. I was born that way. There you go, son. You got that one. How's the water here, in general, I mean? Well, might seem stupid to someone looking from afar, like, what the hell's goddamn railroad are those slackers doing by that muddy puddle? But listen, there's an underwater tunnel connecting to a whole system of caves which are full of them eels. He looks towards the tent and points to the man standing by the barrel. See the ugly yo-yo there? His name's Hopper Jim. Quaker at heart. Centipedes, spiders, all kinds of bugs scare the living ooze out of him. But, man, he can fish like a spawn of a siphoner. He got a 50-kilo eel right here. Go on. Now, it wasn't a regular old blue eel. It was a red behemoth with the yellow stripe on its side. I'd never seen anything like that before. Now that's a catch. And I, being the best fisherman in the whole Underrail, South Underrail definitely, ain't gonna let someone like Hopper Jim outdo me. What's your record? It ain't about the weight, if that's what you're thinking. It's about the principle. I've caught bigger fish, 60, 70 kilos, no problem. Hell, I was doing ferry tours before Jim was even filling his diapers. I caught the largest slackjaw corset he's ever seen. I caught more walking fishes than he caught fleas bitten into his skin. He caught a 50-kilo red eel in this pool right here. That means I gotta catch something bigger and better and rub it in his nose. If not a red eel, then something else. That's what it's all about, son. That's what it's all about. What happened to that red eel? Huh? What'd you say? I said, what happened to the red eel Hopper Jim caught? He's a little one of the northerner wimps. Nice stations, fella. He weighed less than that eel. Don't know how much he got for it. The bastard wouldn't tell. I think he'll be hanging on some wall by now, as far as I'm concerned. So you think you're the best fisherman in Underrail? You? Yeah. He squints at you with one eye, while the other one sharpens up. Something bothering you, son? Well, Hopper Jim seems to be a better fisherman than you. What? Hopper Jim ain't a better fisherman than Geezer Ford, you little hopper son of a rail. What do you know, huh? Because you sure sound like you think you're some kind of big shot. Yeah, talking to me, Geezer Ford, like that. You don't think you're better than me, yeah? Better? No. Good enough to see you're full of it? That I am. Good enough? Alright. Alright. Prove it. Prove it, son. How do you want me to prove it? He turns silent as his mind retreats to envision an appropriate challenge. Eventually, it emerges with one. I bet you he couldn't even do a southern tour. I could. His suspicious eyes begin to burn you. Do you even know what a southern tour is? You travel South Underrail and catch fish. What fish? One of each species. Good. You ain't an absolute slackjaw. But that don't prove nothing. Now, I ain't gonna ask you to catch exactly every kind of fish there is that take too long. I ain't gonna wait a year for a sorry excuse for a fisherman such as yourself to fish them all out. I bet you couldn't bring me one of each of these, and he lists a bunch of different fish. If you're good enough to do that, if you're even remotely a decent fisherman, then I'm gonna reveal one of my fishing tricks. One I've never told anyone. Anyone. I bet you I can catch them all. Then do it. Then do it. But if you lose, you gotta go around Junkyard and say, Mr. Ford is the best fisherman in whole South Underrail, where I blow harder than 2 puffer fishes mating. Deal. Deal. Now you better hurry up unless you want me to die of old age. Go. I already caught something for you. Oh? Let's see it then. So, an anglerfish. He takes a look at it. That's an anglerfish, alright. Look at them teeth. You still got more to catch. I still need to see the bunch of the other ones. I caught a black dragon. Black as coal. I know of a guy who caught an albino one in one of them wet caves far south of here. Bastard. So I got more to catch. I caught a mini head. He leaves forward, mouth open. Huh? He then looks at the mini head. Oh, good. Got that one, I see. You still got more to catch. I caught a pentapus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. It is all there. Nice. We have a ghost face, a phantom jelly, a shrimp, a slackjaw, and a walking fish to catch. And by catch, I mean purchase. Alright, now we picked up that quest. Did they change this, by the way? I hope you did so. Let's see. No. I wish this would update and just, like, list each of the individual fish and cross out the ones you already showed him. Because otherwise I have to remember. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is some inventory management, guys, and you do not need to watch me do that. I'm going to go back to Core City, and then back to Camp Hathor again. So I shall return. Alright, guys. All done selling some stuff, storing some stuff, and we are ready for the burrowers, or at least as ready as I think we're going... as ready as I think we need to be for it. So first off, let's have something to eat. And we'll take... Mind your martini for 10 more side points. Go on through. Good luck. And let's see how well we do in here. Burrower eggs. Yeah, they've claimed this area of the mine already. And lots of Ike are around here. Oh, a dead dude also. I'd like to not fight 2 of them at once if I can avoid it. Oop, we're not gonna have a choice. So let's start. Activate the shield, move up, and expose weakness on this thing. Oh, alright, so now that one has also seen us. Let's see, I would like to... let's see if we get lucky and this hits the egg. It does not. Can I... Oh, 1 second. We have to... I want to put this here. Oh, no. Don't do that. Hold on. How do I do this again? F. Okay, so he'll take 15 damage for 4 turns, which will kill him, so we can ignore that burrower now. Move up here, and our shield is active. We're going to try to aim for this burrower next. Oh, right, they get 3 attacks now if they hold on to action points. I forgot about that. Alright, let's see if we can set one of these 2 on fire. We also can maybe destroy that egg. So you're burning for 17 damage. You move up and hit ya. I can't incurrence again. That will do. The trick to dealing with burrowers is a shield. A medium shield in particular will absorb the damage that they do rather nicely, and then you don't have to worry about their poison damage at all. A spear is good for blocking, if you can get lucky enough, the little burrower spawns, but riot gear armor is in particular very good for dealing with them. You don't even need a shield. Just, it adds 100% damage resistance and threshold, I think, to melee attacks. Which means those little things are only going to hurt you if they crit you. They do crit pretty often. They do crit often. Wow, nice. Poking this guy to death. But still, it's very useful because you will get swarmed by these things. Good. I kind of want to ignore those little guys until they're together and I can use my electrical knife on them. Good. The one on fire is still alive. Whoa, oh, there's another one. Hopefully that one didn't see me. Good. I heard an egg pop. And this egg's going to as well. We don't need our shield activated. These things go through your shield with all their attacks. So turn it off if the only thing you have left is just normal burrower spawns. Nice. Piece of cake. Let's begin recharging our shield. That should be good enough. Getting lucky with these 70% chances to hit. I won't say no to it. Won't say no to them though. All right, let's bandage up. Oh, we should search the shells while we're here. Decent. We can probably sell those. Unless we don't get any credit for the propaganda. The box I think requires hacking. There's no reason why, I guess, why we shouldn't search it. Yeah, hacking 50. Let's clear out the other spawns. You know, I did not check to see how much experience points we're getting. We earned 23 for the little burrowers. What did we earn for the big ones? $81. So they're not really worth the effort at this point in classic mode to kill them. That's not a lot of experience points for the work. We are going to kill them because I want to clear out this area. Come on, little guy. Let's do it. Getting really lucky with those 7% chances to hit. We've missed, I think, only one of them so far. Okay, can we sneak up to this thing? We can. 54 and exposed weakness. That's good enough for every occurrence. So he's going to take 21 damage every turn for 4 turns. Kill him. He's gonna take 63 damage. No! He'll have 1 hit point left. Figures. Still can't let it kill him. He still has 1 hit point left. Wow. And we got both burrower ocarinas as well. There's nothing in here really worth searching, but there is another burrower in here. So let's do the door trick. Ooh, hello. We'll run this way. That one may actually run out of the room. We sprint. Oh, where'd you go? Interesting. I suspect this is not the same one. We didn't set it on fire, but we can charge it. Use our shield. The electrical bounces destroyed the egg. Okay, that was it. Some graphite. We're not taking chemistry, so we don't need any of that. We should recharge our shield a little bit more. And that's it for this room. We don't need a mining helmet. It's 2% more armor penalty as well. Let's see. So, oh wow, nice. That could use exactly one lithium, small lithium cell. To repair our... Oh, you know what? We can also leave the remote bot control behind. If we're gonna use it. Was that really it? All right, not bad. Let's head to the cave and clear out the cave now. I'd rather not destroy every single burrower, but we're gonna probably have to. Oh, wow, okay. That's the only one that got to go first. We'll sprint up here, use pre-med, and I think we can put all of them on fire if we hit here. I mean, all of them on fire meant at least hit them all with the fire spell, so that really worked out. Exposed weakness. Hit it again. 57 damage. That's good enough for tropical currents. 22 damage each round, so it'll take 88, which will kill it. Plus it's on fire, so we shouldn't have to worry about that one anymore. Let's get behind cover. Yeah, because the other one down this corridor saw me. Oh, I don't have my shield activated? I do not, okay. Activate the shield, forgot to do that. Begin poking this one, how are we looking? We'll be okay. We have lots of small health kits. Ooh, good critical. 107. And just like that, this one's almost dead. Now, 109! Another crit. Good job, Tim. Okay, well, that didn't go where I wanted it to, but we did destroy a little one. That also made a lot of noise, so if there's any other burrowers, they're going to come and investigate what caused that. Drop the egg and then Kit died. Start tearing into this one. See this? The fact that that was doing that for a little bit means I think we have one more coming to investigate. Oops, wrong weapon. Okay, good. That poison, my goodness, that did a lot of damage to us. Okay, but we lived. Let's go ahead and charge our shield. Oh, I saw you, little burrower. Yeah, charge our electrical knife. Wait on our health hypo. And quick save as well. Looks like I should have used a different type of food. I thought I'd be using my psionics a lot more often, but these things are slow and they're not too difficult to hit, which means that we can use our Tychrome Spear, which does decent damage to them. Come on, health hypo. There we go. Lots of poison glands. I think you can make poison coating now for your melee weapons in the game. Once again, it's not something we'll be doing till much, much, much later. But we have a reason to actually hold on to those, if that's the case. And assuming it requires biology, not chemistry, to actually go ahead and create the poison. Oh, now that's interesting. Normally, those two things are somewhere else. Oh, I tried to start combat, but I walked up into this. Okay, good, it missed. We hit something back there. Oh, that's super awkward, because our shield's going to protect us from these hits that would normally wake us up. Oh, okay, it does not work that way. Oh, that's a perfect spot for this. We set the very back one on fire. I should have done it at 55. Okay, we're good. Our shield's activated. Oh, running behind me. Good for you. Oh, the one we actually put the incurrence on is the one that's running away. Alright, so that one should die. Rounding the corner to get out of line of sight. Shield's running out. Let's use more fire. Good. We'll cause him to run. Get a little closer, we might be able to set them on, hit them again. Got one, not the other. How much damage are you taking? 6 damage each turn. And we're gonna chase it anyway. Wow, that thing is fast. Guess you would be when you're set on fire. Okay, and that should kill it. Oh, you stuck yourself. You stuck yourself. Like, it pinned itself in that corner there. I'm fine with that. So that was 3 burrowers destroyed here. Was that all of them? I hope so. Okay, we have to do it this way to charge the shield. Not bad so far. Rather, well, I was about to say rather easy, but it helps that I know how useful shields are in fighting these things. Why would you fight these, by the way? Because you can ignore these ones if you really want to. Assuming that they wouldn't come up here to investigate any sounds, which these ones did. There's a dude down here, this man, and he has a laser or plasma pistol on him. An energy weapon of some sort. It's a laser pistol today. Completely optional, worth a bit to sell it, which we're obviously going to do. I would like to use that explosive barrel to my benefit. I want them being closer to me, so let's move over here. Oh, that's a perfect spot for those front two. Let's move over here and see if we can get all of them. This is a prayer of a throw. Okay, got two. Didn't get the explosive barrel, but that's okay. Didn't quite land where I want it, but it's good enough. Move up. We can recurrence this. Now that one's just dead. We can sprint here. And it's almost over. Oh, right. I forget that we have to actually attack with the spear to get spear guard. I keep thinking that as long as it's out, we're okay. And I should have deactivated the shield. There was no reason to have it active. I think there's only 3 normal burrowers up here. Wow, game. You are being very kind. That makes me super nervous. Let's swap out finally. We're done with that dagger. And we'll probably be vendoring it. Then why did we charge it? There was no reason to do that, Tim. Charge our shield. And let's explore. One of the few places you can get a red dream mushroom that you don't have to fight crawlers for it. What's in the crate today? Nothing. Perfect. We can drop off this then there. These are used to make shields for your riot gear. It's not bad, but I don't intend to make riot gear unless it was to sell it. Crate and rubble. We're not taking any chemistry. Holy crap! A quality 116 galvanic foam padding. This is mid to early late game padding. Surprised you could find such a high quality padding here. And an old cage for some more experience points. The rubble for some more experience points. And we can finally arm some dynamite and deal with the burrowers. Remember that we learned that a section of this place was flooded. Alright. That should have destroyed all the eggs. Well, it won't destroy them, but you'll see the water now over them. And you can't undo this once this is done. So this means that the eggs will hopefully never hatch, or if they do, that the burrower spawn will just drown. We have dealt with the burrower threat here in Camp Hathor. Let's go back and turn this quest in. And then we'll call it a session. Off screen, we'll go to Southgate Station and we'll turn in some quests on screen when we come back. And then I will go back to... Actually, we'll move some stuff as well over to Core City in prep for when we eventually get the house many, many episodes from now. And then we have to think about what we want to do next. But first, let's turn this quest in. Actually, while we're here, maybe we kill Old Chopper? It's a tough battle for us because we don't have a way to actually immobilize him. But we can give it a try. State your business. I've dealt with the burrowers. His eyebrows raise. Rise? No, rise. Well done. I underestimated you. I had to be honest. How'd you manage to do it? I blasted some rocks that were completely blocking the underground river. After I took care of it, I took care of the burrowers. It took care of the burrowers. It won't cause you any more problems. To be fair, we took care of the burrowers first and then destroyed the, that wall, but whatever. We're all in your debt. Thank you so much. I find it quite impressive to witness what one man can do. As a thank you, I offer you a monetary reward, about 200 coins, and on top of that, since I'm very pleased by your work, one of the following: a crossbow, a sniper rifle, an assault rifle, a shotgun, a knife, a machete, or a spear. All top quality. What would you like? They're around level 10, maybe level 12 or so. Our spear will be equal to, or I think slightly better than the spear we would get from him. So this comes down to what sells for the most. So that would be the sniper rifle or shotgun. Life without shotguns is a sad one. Give me one of those. Excellent choice. You've earned it. Now that this bug infestation is over, the Rat Hound King is the only thing we have to worry about again. The Rat Hound King? Haven't I mentioned him before? I suppose I was too focused on the burrower issue. Who is he, actually? The self-proclaimed Rat Hound King is a savage man that lives with his filthy rat hounds. He appears to have absolute control over them, as they behave much like a small army. It's almost unreal. I don't know where he resides or how he manages to control these rat hounds, but one thing is certain. He is one very dangerous individual. If you run into him by any chance, you better run for your life, because he ain't going to show you mercy. And I think no man or woman can defeat him alone. He's intelligent, and he's as large as a boulder. He's the master of setting deadly traps and covering his tracks so well that for most of us, he might as well be floating through these caves. And I'm not even going to mention the deadly poisons he uses with his weapons. He's killed many of our own, and I don't think he's bound to stop. It's horrible. No wonder why you guys have so many armed guards around here. It is horrible. That savage is like cancer, taking lives while we watch it without being able to do anything. But we'll get rid of him one day, mark my words. We will get rid of him. Alright guys, I'm going to stop here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Take care everyone.